There are car brands that push their competition and push boundaries. And despite all those efforts, they don't often get that much attention. One such brand is Subaru, which has an amazing group of loyal followers called Subbies. But Subaru is far from mainstream. Two guys who are also a little removed from the mainstream took a look at the 2017 Subaru Impreza and offered their take. Former Wheels editors Jimmy Deansmore and Dave Mikisel got behind the wheel of this all-wheel drive compact sedan this week. We know the Subbies will like it, but what about everyone else? Jimmy. First, let me say this, I'm generally one of those in the mainstream folks who doesn't always understand the Subbie phenomenon. I've been underwhelmed in the past and a tad bit disappointed. But, with this new Impreza, I'm going to sign up for a Subbie newsletter. It's that good. Fully redesigned for this model year, the Impreza has much improved looks and a significantly better interior. Dave, what did you think about the performance, other than the outstanding all-wheel drive? Dave. The 2.0-liter four-cylinder engine gets a slight bump in horsepower from 148 to 152, although the Impreza still isn't the same bolt out of the starting blocks. A continuously variable transmission was incorporated in Artista. A 5-speed manual is standard. Where the car does stand out is in its outstanding feel for the road. The suspension, particularly the sport-tuned one on Artista, proved itself capably. As someone who has lived through too many wild winters, I've always considered all-wheel drive to be more necessity than luxury. If it comes in a non-traditional format, say a compact sedan, all the better as it opens up more options than the expected sport utility vehicle. Jimmy. As mentioned, the Impreza is a compact sedan, so you don't expect that much room or top-quality materials to be used. But, with this redesign, the interior is significantly improved. Subarus in the past have been, let's call it sparse, on the quality materials. With this new design, the Impreza has good enough materials. There's way softer materials and an improved infotainment system. It's still behind some of the competition when it comes to technology, but the Subbie buyer doesn't usually make high-tech a priority. The two-tone color combination inside adds extra appeal. Additionally, the back seat feel more like a mid-size sedans than a compacts. Dave. Impreza sedans come in 4 trims, as well as hatchbacks, which is a review for another day, the base 2.0i, Premium, Sport and Limited. Prices begin at $18,395 and go upward to $24,095 before destination charges and options are added. This Sport we drove is closer to the high end at $21,995 and comes with the Sport suspension, 18-inch alloy wheels in place of 16-inchers, upgraded carbon fiber and aluminum trim and 8-inch multimedia touchscreen in place of a 6.5-inch screen, among other items. A selling point are the EPA mileage ratings of 27 mpg city and 36 mpg highway. It all adds up to a good value that can win some converts, right, Jimmy? Jimmy Dave, I may not be ready to be called a Subbie yet, but I can say the 2017 Subaru Impreza has made tremendous progress and improvements. It already has all-wheel drive, which I love, but now it's an overall better car with improved looks and a much better interior. To make a really bad joke, let's say I'm impressed with the Impreza. Good night everyone. Be sure to tip your waitstaff.
If you are thinking about buying a new Subaru Forester, you might want to wait a year. The 4th generation Subaru Forester, introduced in 2013 as a 2014 model, is showing its age and it's ready for a complete remodel. True to Subaru's life cycle of 5 years, the Japanese automaker is working on the new 5th generation 2019 Forester SUV now, and it's due out next year. It's coming with plenty of changes for SUV buyers and it's worth waiting for. What can consumers expect when it arrives? The new global platform that underpins the Impreza Compact and new 2018 Crosstrek is Subaru's biggest advancement in their automobiles since they developed the Driver Assist Eyesight Safety System. It's coming on the new generation 2019 Subaru Forester. Here's what consumers can expect. Consumers will see noticeable changes in the new generation Forester's driving dynamics because it will ride on the new Subaru Global platform. In a nutshell, the new underpinnings will reduce vibrations and produce a smoother ride quality. The body and chassis will be 70 to 100% more rigid, which will translate to improved steering response, and the increased rigidity of the suspension mounting will reduce body roll by 50% compared to current models like we see in the new Impreza and 2018 Crosstrek. SUVs sit up high and don't perform well when taking curves at higher speeds or when changing directions quickly. The 2019 Forester will be designed with a lower center of gravity, improving driving dynamics in the corners, producing a more dynamic ride. Forester will also grow slightly in size, have a roomier cabin, and enjoy better fuel economy with a direct injection engine. It will also come with several new EyeSight Driver's Assist upgrades. Subaru's new generation all-wheel drive 2019 Forester will be the safest SUV they've ever built. The new architecture underpinning the 5th generation Forester will improve crash energy absorption by 40% over present models, keeping occupants safer in the event of a crash. Impreza and Crosstrek, which already have it, can survive an impact by a heavier SUV weighing 2.5 tons at 66 mph. After an impact, the two vehicles' A and B pillars will retain their integrity, protecting the occupants. A camouflaged 5th generation Forester was spied recently, and it could get styling cues borrowed from Subaru's upcoming 3-row Ascent SUV, as well as a character line similar to the new Crosstrek. Forester is the next vehicle in Subaru's lineup to get a complete makeover with the new global platform, and it will also get a complete drivetrain remodel. If you are thinking about buying a new Subaru Forester, you might want to wait a year. Look for the all-new 2019 Subaru Forester to arrive late next year. Stay tuned.
Subaru's Australian importer had a brilliant month in July, growing at a rate unmatched by any other top 20 car maker and achieving almost 5% market share. VFACTS figures show that the Japanese company's sales last month were 27.1% greater than July in 2016, at 4,265 units. This figure put it in 8th position for the month, 1 unit behind Kia, up 20% in its own right, and ahead of a declining Nissan, plus Volkswagen and Honda. The growth rate was the highest of any top 20 player, though a few smaller volume brands grew higher on a proportional basis in July, such as 21st placed Skoda, 508, up 38%, and 23rd placed Mini, 379, up 29%. Subaru's annual sales are also up a shade over 10% in an overall market up 0.4%, the best growth of the big volume players alongside Honda and Kia. July's results saw the just-launched new Subaru XV lead the way for the company with 1138 sales in its first full month on the market, up 88.1%. The STEM new Impreza yielded 914 sales, up 195.8% for the month and 122.1% YTD, while the Outback maintained success with 907 sales, up 3.4%. BRZ sales are also up 73.1% YTD. Subaru Australia's Managing Director Colin Christie said, "Customer response to our new generation cars is just phenomenal, and with revised WRX, WRX STI and Levorg lineups just revealed, we're very excited about maintaining the momentum." On a regional basis, Subaru sales in South Australia were up 59.1% for the month, while growth in Tasmania was 114%, with a disproportionate 10% market share thanks to its AWD credentials. Western Australia region returned sales growth of 41.5% in July, Victoria sales were up 37.3%, NSW sales were up 14.1% and Queensland sales climbed 13.7%. It's not all great news, though. Sales of the aging Forester, down 3.7% YTD in a booming segment, and Liberty, down 35%, are dragging the chain a little.